Madam Joyce Mghoi, good morning.
Yes, morning to you. How are you?
I'm very, very fine.
You're well?
Very, very fine.
Okay.
Mambo inasonga na wewe?
Niko mzima.
Weekend
nashukuru Mungu.
Unashukuru.
Weekend ilikuwa nzuri na wiki imeanza vizuri. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru.
Hallelujah. Amen. So Madam Joyce Mghoi, karibu tena kwa wiki nyingine.
Asante sana. Nimekaribia.
Na we had a topic.
Yes.
Na this topic we say that we want to talk about the professionals, some careers, some courses ambazo tunafanya.
Yes.
They are good cause.
Good causes.
Marketable, profitable and everything.
Yes.
But we as students who do those particular courses, hatujui kitu na
hatujui about these courses. Actually, this program, we want to educate students about courses or about programs that they have been called to do or they selected to do, either by the way they sound or they have some kind of information but maybe not full information. So today we want to do Actuarial Science. Actuarial Science, and then maybe as time goes on we will be doing one course and the other. In general, we just want to give information to the students about different causes. So if there are students that are listening outside there, if there are people that are listening outside there and there is a particular cause they want to know more about, there's a cause they have had and maybe they don't have enough information and they want to get enough information, then they can tell us which cause to handle. But today we want to talk about Actuarial Science.
Lakini msikilizaji, kama unataka kutuambia topic ambayo ungetaka tuhado pale, nikupitia nambari ya rafa ambayo ni 748-39-101.
Chuka University, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Pia unaweza kutuambia pale na Touch of Grace.
KE pale.
Across all social media.
Alafu like pale na comment.
I followed Actuarial Science because of the mighty name.
By the way, Chacha, ukisikia Actuarial Science, what were you thinking about?
When I was in high school, ningeulizwa nataka kukua nini. Deep down kwa heart, kwa nataka kuwa mwanahabari. Lakini sasa ile ya mdomo, ya kushtua kijiji, kushtua mwalimu, na kushtua mwalimu wetu. Class teacher. Ndo ajue hata watu wanafunza wako na ambition, wako na maono. I could honestly with a very loud voice say I want to do Actuarial Science. Actuarial Science. What was coming to your mind? What did you think the course is about? A lot of sciences. I'll be in hospital treating some patients there. I'll be a doctor. I thought it all entailed matters to do with hospital. And James, what was coming to your mind?
Kusema ukweli, mimi nilikuwa nataka tu kuwa daktari wa Actuarial Science. Nilikuwa naangalia wagonjwa. Sasa mimi nilikuwa naona kama itafocus sana na mambo na kichwa. Because actuality, so nafikiri the way of thinking.
That is what was coming to your mind. Actually, Actuarial Science has nothing to do with the hospital. It has nothing to do with patients. It has nothing to do with the hospital. It has nothing to do with patients. For me, when I first heard Actuarial Science, I was thinking about something to do with fishing. Aqua something. Aqua. Now, Actuarial Science is a profession where people use or they are grounded in mathematics, statistics, and finance. So they are able to use this information or skills to assess the risks.
Nothing like science.
Nothing like hospital. Nothing like
mathematics.
Mathematics. It is mathematics, statistics, and a bit of finance. And actually finance, because their work is generally to assess the risks in financial institutions. That is their work, to assess the risks in financial institutions.
And maybe someone might ask Madam Joyce Mghoi, what was really the intrigues behind this name, Actuarial Science? Why can they call it some mathematical terms?
And why can they call it some mathematical terms? It is just basically called that, but generally it deals mostly with maths. If you're good in maths, statistics, and finance, then you can do Actuarial Science because it deals with using data, using statistics, using information to be able to assess risks in any financial institution or in any organization. So that's basically what Actuarial Science is all about. Yes. And It is found in the area of mathematical science.
Yeah.
It's found in the area of mathematical science. Under this category of mathematical science, now we have the actuarial science. We have other courses like industrial mathematics.
Yeah.
We have other courses like mathematics and business studies. We have other courses like pure mathematics.
Yeah.
They are all in this particular category. So there are many. We have also operations research. We have statistics and programming. We have informatics and mathematics. There are very many categories. So actuarial science is a program that is under mathematical science. So the people in this particular area must be people that can be able to deal with the numericals, deal with data, deal with information, and be able to analyze this information, and especially to be able to give information about risks in the financial institution. And financial institution can also be insurance institutions.
Yeah.
So we have different types of actuaries. We have different type of actuaries. We have life actuaries. We have health actuaries. We have general actuaries. We have pension actuaries. We have bank actuaries. We have financial actuaries. We have enterprise risk actuaries. Those are some of them that are there. When we talk about life actuaries, we are talking about someone who is going to look at life insurance policies, like life insurance policies, to be able to assess this person who has taken an insurance, the environment where they live, are they sick in any way, are they, because life insurance is paid after you have died. So they look at all... They look at all those areas. Then the health actuaries, they also look at the health policies. If you have done a policy on health, they also assess it and they advise the insurance companies. They are able to calculate and see what are the risks in this particular area. Then we have the general actuaries. The general actuaries will look at things like housing, things like transportation, car insurance, insurance in those particular areas. The pension actuaries will also calculate this person is contributing this much money, will retire this at this age, what will they be able to get and what is the risk in all that. Bank actuaries, also financial actuaries, enterprise actuaries. If you're starting a business, they may be able to advise you on how to go about it so that you can be able to avoid some of the risks. So generally, actuarial science is a program or a course that is dealing with maths, that is dealing with statistics, and it is supposed to help institutions to be able to calculate risks or to be able to see whether there are risks or they are going to lose their money or something like that. So that's generally what it is all about. And the subjects that are required for a student to do this particular course, there are some subjects that are required, like we have maths
as a first priority.
Maths, you must, you have to have a maths. Actually, you get C+ and above in maths. Then you have to have the best of group 2. Group 2 subjects are like physics, biology, chemistry, another mathematics there. But because mathematics, we have taken it there, so here we will have physics, bio, and chemistry. Then the best in group 3, those art subjects, religious studies, Islamic studies, geography, CRE, those ones are there. Then we also have the best in either group 2, either group 3, either group 4, either group 5. So here they can pick any subject that you have done the best. So that is what is required. But maths is key.
C+. As far as this is
C+
concerned,
and above.
I don't
qualify.
You do not qualify.
I humbly don't qualify for it.
You humbly don't qualify to do this particular course.
What has disqualified you?
The maths and physics, chemistry, biology, and then the group 3, geography.
CRE of 5, vijana wa Biblia.
Madam Mghoi,
yes.
I don't know whether actuarial science relates in any corner or in any way with commerce. business commerce or commerce itself.
Now, unless someone is doing enterprise risk actuary. Enterprise risk actuary, now you must have some information on business. If now you are an actuary dealing with enterprises, dealing with entrepreneurships, dealing with businesses, then you can be if you need to have some information about business. But in the real sense of the word, you actually need to have some information about business, because even when you are advising banks, even when you are advising insurance companies, you must have the business part in mind. Nobody does business to make a loss, isn't it? So you must be able to advise them in such a way that they will not make a loss. Actually, that is why you are doing risk assessment, so that you can save the institutions, you can save the companies from losing their money. Yes.
I like that, Madam Joyce Mghoi.
Yes.
And before maybe continue, I have another question, especially in our high learning institutions.
Yes.
At what time do we really realize that this is what our courses entail? Because most of us, or most of these students, when they join in their early first years, we do a lot of common units.
Yes.
For instance, let me use my case.
Yes.
I did a lot of environment and agriculture while I was in my first year, and yet I was doing media.
Okay.
Now, I'm yet to realize what media entail. Let me take an example of Actuarial Science. In my 1.1 or my first year, I did a lot of common units, a lot of agriculture, a lot of environment, climate. And now I'm yet to enter into what my course really entail. At what time should our high learning institution introduce the actual thing into these students?
Okay. Now, there is something called orientation, Chacha.
I remember.
During orientation, students are taken through some of these things to be able to be given information about general orientation of the university, life in the university, life in campus, and everything that entails a human being to be comfortable. That's what orientation is all about the university, about things that you need to know when you are here in the university. After that, there is normally faculty orientation. There is normally faculty orientation. During the faculty orientation, the programs, the different programs under that faculty, they go together, they meet the dean, and the dean gives them information about the particular courses that they are doing, introduces to them various CODs, and introduces to them various lecturers that are going to handle some of the units that they are doing. Now, when the students go to their first class, there is normally a course outline that is given. There's normally a course outline that is given, and that course outline is that is given. It indicates even the hours that you need to study that particular course. It indicates the different units that you are supposed to do in that particular course, and all that. Now, the first year may be general information that will help you as a journalist, general information that will help you as an actuarial scientist. All that is general. But as you go to second year, third year, and fourth year, then you do what? You specialize. You now specialize and become a specialist in a certain area. So what I can encourage students is that sometimes we as students are ignorant. And therefore, when we enter in class, we just tell ourselves, I'm doing actuarial science, and that is it. They don't really sit down to find out, what does this actuarial science entail? What does it entail? What are the units that I need to do here? And these units, what would they lead me to? In short, what will I become? What will I become when I do this actuarial science? There are some courses, as you are saying, that they are general. Or when you start first year, second year, they are general. But when you go to third year, you must specialize. And you must go the area that you desire. Let's look at Bachelor of Commerce in some institutions. Some institutions, Bachelor of Commerce, general. But as you go to second year, third year, actually third year and fourth year, then you must go to which Bachelor of Commerce. Is it marketing? Is it finance? Is it accounting? Is it human resource? Is it what? You specialize. So the students need to be proactive. as far as also the lecturers and those that are concerned need to give full information. Because yes, Chacha, we have students that come to do courses they know nothing about. If you meet them and you ask them, what course are you doing? They will tell you. Then you ask them, where will you work after that? They have no idea. Totally, they have no idea. So it's very, very important during the faculty orientation. And actually, Chacha, I want to call all the students that have reported to different universities. Kindly go through orientation. If there is anything that is important for you, is orientation. It is orientation. Don't miss orientation. Some students, when they go to the university, they are excited. They are, so they are all over. They are in the shopping centers. They are, in those cool places around that particular area because they have the freedom. They forget to go for orientation. You will feel lost in that particular course.
Madam Joyce, umeongea kuhusu confusion ya student wakiingia pale university. Hata kuna jamaa hapa ameniuliza actuarial science inakuwa kwa faculty gani?
Exactly.
Akaniuliza kama Chuka University are offering actuarial science.
Yes.
Na akaniuliza kama it is offering.
It is under Bachelor of Science, Engineering and Technology.
Science, Engineering and Technology.
Yes, Bachelor of Science, Engineering and Technology. That's where Actuarial Science is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chuka University offering?
Yes, Chuka University, we have Actuarial Science.
Yeah.
We have Actuarial Science. And any student doing Actuarial Science now in Chuka University, one, they should be able to get oriented properly. Number two, they should be able to familiarize themselves with the units that they need to do.
Yeah.
Number three, they need to befriend. If you are a first year, please make sure you know someone who is doing Actuarial Science as in second year. Please get to know someone who is doing Actuarial Science as in third year. That way you end up getting a lot of information up to and including where can you go for attachment. Any area that has taken students for attachment has received Actuarial Science students doing attachment, that is a possible work area. It is a possible work area. So when you are asked where can you work, any area that you went for attachment or any area anybody else went for attachment, that is an area for employment. It's an area for employment.
Wow.
Yes.
And just before we finish or we conclude, actually we should be concluding our first phase of this conversation, and maybe we shall be coming back, Madam Joyce Mghoi. This special group.
Yes.
Bachelor of Arts.
Yes.
Of course, we should talk about Actuarial Science. As far as this is concerned, utatupea a few minutes in that. Bachelor of Arts.
Yes.
Bachelor of Arts in Geography, Bachelor of Arts in Kiswahili.
Yes.
Talk about more of that.
Okay.
I have friends who merely missed their attachment because they thought they were going to work as teachers in secondary schools and all of those. But little did they knew things are going on.
Okay.
Karibu tena kwenye awamu nyingine ya pili. Tunaye Madam Joyce Mghoi, career director Chuka University. Atuambie mambo inakuwa namna gani ama namna gani ndugu yangu?
Ndio, Madam Joyce hapa ametufunza kuhusu Actuarial Science na bado tunaendelea kuzungumza kuhusu Actuarial Science ambayo inahusu data analyzing, inahusu statistics na vile vile kuna hesabu kule. Lazima ukue vile vile uko na hesabu pale umepita vizuri, physics, chemistry ama biology na vile vile zile zingine tunaitaga geography, CRA, history na zinginezo ili uweze kuqualify kuweza kufanya hii course.
Moja James. Best of group 2 ni moja, best of group 3 ni moja, then best in all those group 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 4 subjects, maths key. Any in group 2, any in group 3 and any in either 2, 3, 4.
Na mtu lazima atuambie ukweli, if by any chance unajua maths na ulipata A na physics haipiti current, ndio lazima tukuchunguze. But all the same, Madam Joyce Mghoi tena tuko hapa ndani. And when I'm a student of media, there's some skills that I gain from my media studies. Either as a photojournalist, as a news anchor, and those specific skills as an actuarist.
Kuna key skills and interests that are required for you to be able to pursue Actuarial Science, a career in Actuarial Science. There are some key skills and there are some key interests that you need to have. One of them is persistence and resilience. You must be persistent, you must be resilient. You must also have a strong passion for working with numbers, a strong passion. Those who get excited when they see numbers. numbers. You must be logical and critical in thinking. You must be logical and critical in thinking. You must have creative and analytical thinking also. Be able to analyze, think analytically. Then curiosity. You should be curious. You should be reasoning in terms of numerical reasoning. Then you should also have time management skills, because this course requires a lot of your time. It requires a lot of your time. Then problem solving skills, you must also have those ones. Problem solving skills. You must also be an effective communicator. You must be an effective communicator or have effective communication skills and ability to synthesize complex ideas. Synthesize ni ku break down. Kama iko amorphous. Iko amorphous huko. Yani kubwa. Can you break it down until we can be able to understand it? So if you have those kind of skills or interests, or if you join Actuarial Science, develop these skills. Develop these skills. If you are not persistent, be persistent. If you're not a resilient person, start being resilient. If you didn't have a strong passion in numbers, working with numbers, develop passion for numbers. Creativity, analytical thinking, critical thinking, curiosity, synthesizing and breaking up information so that it can be able to be understood. Those are the qualities we need for people that will do actuarial science, or people who are doing actuarial science. We need them to develop these skills.
Madam Joyce Mghoi, nimesoma miaka 4 university, ni graduate na actuarial science, na nilipita vizuri sana.
Umepita vizuri.
Where can I work?
Where can you work? Now you can work in insurance. First of all, you can work in insurance companies, because in insurance companies, that's where we have life actuaries, health actuaries, because insurance companies insure people, life. They have life insurances, health insurances. They have general insurances. They have or enterprise or business insurances. So someone who has done actuarial science can work in an insurance company. Number 2, someone who has done actuarial science can work in a bank. Can work in a bank, because then they can go to bank actuaries, financial actuaries. They can do that. So they can also work in bank institutions. Then they can also work in a pension organization or a pension, a retirement pension institution or organization, to be able to assess these people have been paying their pension. How do we even invest it? What is the risk when they retire? How much they are able to gain or to be paid? Then they can also work in pension organization. They can work in pension organization. Another thing is that they can work in institutions, learning institutions like lecturers. Actually, because actuarial science is a relatively new course, we need professors that have done actuarial science. So those people who are doing actuarial science now should be able to pursue this and go to higher learning institution. That is, they should do, if they have done a degree, they should go for masters. If they are through with masters, they go for PhD. And become professors in learning institutions. So they can work in learning institutions as tutors, as lecturers. They can work in learning institutions. They can also work in research institutions. They can work in research institutions. Actually, anybody can work in a research institution. They can work in research institution. They can work in real estate investment companies. Real estate investment companies. People who are investing, zimekuwa nyingi. So they can get jobs there. If there are any investment companies that are dealing with real estate, they need actuaries. They need people who have done actuarial science to be able to assess, if people are paying you this much money and you want to build this house next year, what are the risks that are involved? This money may even be, there may be inflation such that this money that you are receiving now may not be, it may not be able to purchase what you desire to purchase. So they can also work in real estate investment companies. Actuaries or any other investment institution. Any investment institution, like even SACCOs, they can be able to work there.
Can they work in an auditing firm?
They can. They can work in an audit firm, but now in an audit firm, unless now they are there just to be able to help in auditing companies with their facilities or with their assets and financial breakdown. But these people can work anywhere where it is a financial institution, where there is need for money to come in and money to go out. These people can work in those particular institutions. So unaona kazi za actuaries ziko.
So msikilizaji
ziko kazi za actuaries ziko, opportunities ziko, ni wao wazitafute na wazijue ziko wapi, then they can be able to pursue them.
Kwa hivyo tunaweza msikilizaji kwamba kazi ipo, wewe ndio hujasoma.
Kazi ipo, ni wao hawajaielewa mahali wataitafuta. You know, there is also that the jobs may be there but you don't know where to look for it. Yes.
Kuna hii mentality ambayo watu wanakuanga nayo sana ukijiunga na university.
Yes.
Ama after umeanza kufanya course unauliza marafiki wanakuambia bro, umeenda kukufa. Watu wanafikiria actuarial science huenda ikawa kitu boring kabisa kusoma, kitu ngumu yenye sita make it.
Actually, people have a mentality that actuarial science is boring. Both as you are learning it and at the same time as an employee or when you are working. When you are working, you can also have a very boring life because it is number one, strenuous. Number two, it needs a lot of concentration. It needs long hours of reading, long hours of researching, because remember, you are dealing with figures, you're dealing with maths, you're dealing with analysis, you are analyzing, you're analyzing financial situations, you are predicting. Actually, they use prediction also. You are predicting what will happen in future, because that's where the risk management comes about. You predict what is going to happen in future. So you must really read what is in the past, what is in the present, and what is in the future. So that's why people consider it to be a boring course, and because if you don't like spending a lot of time to read and to analyze figures, then this may not be a course for you. But if you enjoy analyzing figures, you enjoy sitting down and sitting there and being able to get information, then this is a course for you. Otherwise, it's a very good course. Yes.
Is it really mighty as we think? Is it that prestige, Madam Joyce?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, actuarial science itself sounds very good to the mouth, and sometimes people choose it because of the way it sounds in the mouth, not because they know about it. Now, what I would like to say is that in Kenya currently, it's a relatively new course. It's a relatively new course. In some institutions, actually, it's as recent as maybe the last 4 years. It was started the last 4 years. So it is not a very old course, and therefore, people really have not taken time to understand it properly. Now, when people understand it properly, then they will be able to allocate it its own place in the society and in organization and institutions. So it is not well understood, and that is why people, have been looking at it and wondering what type of a course this one is because it has not been understood. But now, outside the country, organizations that have people who are actuarial scientists, they make a lot of money. And they are in demand.
And they pay now.
They are in demand. That is the pay now. If they are in demand, then they earn a lot of money. They earn a lot of money.
Madam Joyce, in any course we are doing, especially we, the first thing comes in your mind.
It's money. It is money.
Range.
It is money. I may not be able to give the figure because different organizations may give different pay for different organizations. But what I know is that outside the country, people who are doing actuarial science, they are in demand and they make a lot of money.
It's a figure that will help you bring into
we will find out. We will find out how much they are paying them.
Ndio, Madam Mghoi.
Yes.
Before tuende kwa swala lingine ambayo tulikuwa tunazungumza hapo, Bachelor of Arts kidogo, uzungumze kidogo.
Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts general. Kuna Bachelor of Arts general. Na kuna Bachelor of Arts this and that. They are all those. Now, Bachelor of Arts, what do you want to know?
Now, especially if I'm doing Bachelor of Arts in Geography.
Yes.
And I had a passion to be a teacher. Is it possible?
Okay. If you're doing Bachelor of Arts and you're doing Geography alone, you cannot be a teacher. You must do Bachelor of Arts, Geography, and another subject which is taught in secondary school. You must do that. Number one. Number two, you must meet the criteria and the qualifications for becoming a teacher. Because most people who have been sent to do Bachelor of Arts may not have met criteria to become a teacher. So you must meet the criteria to become a teacher. That is, your maths must be good, and your English or Kiswahili must also be good. Once that happens, then you can do something called postgraduate diploma. You can do postgraduate diploma for 1 year.
Yeah.
After you've graduated, you've completed your 4th year, then you go back and do postgraduate diploma. Postgraduate diploma teaches you to become a teacher. Teaches you methodology. It gives you methodology to become a teacher. So those people who have done Bachelor of Arts and they would desire to become teachers, they need to do Bachelor of Arts in 2 teaching subjects. Those subjects must be in secondary school.
Not one.
Not one. They must do 2 teaching subjects. And these 2 teaching subjects, they must have C+ and above. So once they do that and they complete 4th year, they can come back for postgraduate diploma. When they come back for postgraduate diploma, it's 1 year. It's just 1 year. April, August, and December, you are through with postgraduate diploma. From there, you can be registered by TSC and you can become a teacher.
So you cannot qualify with a degree alone. You must add up.
You must add postgraduate diploma for you to become a teacher. For you to become a teacher registered by TSC, you must do postgraduate diploma. And your 2 teaching subjects, you must have C+ and above. And your maths and your Kiswahili or English must also meet the criteria.
We have 2 minutes, Madam Joyce Mghoi. Attachment areas in our students listen to us for BA.
Attachment areas in even organizations. Even organizations, they take people for BA. Government organizations also take people for BA. Government organizations, even to be like admin assistants and so on. So they are organizations that would take someone who has done Bachelor of Arts. There are many organizations. Let them just be on the lookout and check where they can be able to get these particular attachments.
Thank you very much, Madam Joyce Mghoi. Yesterday and today and the better part of this week, we have students.
We have first years that are reporting. I would like to really welcome them to Chuka University specifically, and to wish them well, and to also encourage them to be able to do proper orientation, so that they are not lost in their life in the university. But we really appreciate for all those that have been able to register already. We appreciate. For those that are still coming, they are on the way coming, we want to welcome them. Chuka University is a beautiful place. It is a serene environment, and I'm sure they would like this particular place.
Maybe a Canadian a prophetic university.
It is a prophetic university.
For those who are listening to us and their first years, they have some career inquiries. Your office direction?
My office is open for any career inquiry. For those that want to do interfaculty transfer, my office is through Gate C. They come in through Gate C. Chuka University has so many gates. Through Gate C, behind Science Block, and behind Students Finance.
When is it open till when?
From 8 to 5. Every day from 8 to 5, our office is open.
So the interfaculty
transfers and any consultation about careers, they are welcome.
What criteria do in just that seconds?
Yes.
If I want to change the faculties.
Yes.
What time frame? The time frame.
After we have done orientation, they are given about 1 week or 1.5 weeks.
Shall I communicate with them?
Yes, we will communicate with them, and they will be told the time, and then they can change from one faculty to another if they qualify. If they qualify, they will be taken. They qualify, and we have a vacancy. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much, Madam Joyce Mghoi. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And we hope next week will be so good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.